Hey everyone, I have a story time for you. So, I'm 37 and I'm pregnant with my first baby. And recently I joined a Facebook group, and this group is for moms who are 35 and up and pregnant. And I thought this is going to be a great way to meet some good people who are close to my age and going through the same thing as me. So I get on this page, and at first I liked what I saw. So there's a lot of girls posting pictures of themselves and their baby bumps and talking about how far along they are and how many other kids they have, or if this is their first baby, and how old they are. And everyone was saying congratulations and showing support, and I made a post like that of my own, and I got a lot of support on that too. And I did see some other posts from some women who recently had their babies, and there were pictures of them at the hospital holding their new babies. I did see a lot of ultrasound pictures on there, and overall, it seemed like a pretty positive vibe. So I was liking it in the beginning, but then I started to notice that there was some drama. So the first thing that happened is there was a girl who posted, um, I I don't get paid until Thursday, but my baby needs formula. Can anybody send me some money? And here's my Cash App. And there were some people commenting like, this isn't a charity, stop begging for money. And then some other people were defending her like, oh, she's just asking for help, and if you can't help her, then just keep scrolling. So there was that. And then the next thing that was kind of dramatic is there there were girls posting TMI. And when I say TMI, I mean WTMI. I mean way too much information. There was a girl who posted a picture of her underwear with discharge in it, and she was asking, is it normal to have discharge like this when I'm pregnant? And some people commented like, we don't need to see that, and why don't you Google it? Why don't you call the doctor? And then some other people were like, oh, she's just needs support. She needs help. You don't have to be so rude. So they were arguing about that. I didn't even get into that. I just kept scrolling. And then there was another post where a girl had posted a tissue with blood on it. And she's like, I'm bleeding and I'm pregnant. What does this mean? And then again, some people were like, ew, we don't need to see that. Google it, call the doctor. And then some other people were saying, oh, stop being so rude. She's just trying to get some help. And then some people were like, oh, a little bleeding during pregnancy is fine. Don't worry about it. But I knew that a little bleeding during pregnancy is not a good sign. So I told her, you need to go to the hospital and make sure your baby still has a heartbeat. So I didn't want to say you might be having a miscarriage because I'm not a doctor, but that's what I was thinking. So a couple of days later, there's a post, and it's from an anonymous member. I assume it was from the same girl. And she said, I'm going to have to leave this group because me and my husband went to the hospital last night, and we found out my baby doesn't have a heartbeat. And yeah, that was terrible. Everyone was saying sorry for your loss, and I just felt really bad for her. And then something else happened. There's this guy in the group. First of all, what are you even doing here? You're a guy. This is a group for pregnant women. But he kept posting these really offensive things like, I hope all of you have a miscarriage or stillborn. And some of the girls were commenting, like, what the hell is your problem? And how could you say that? And just yelling at him, cussing him out. But I didn't even respond, because when someone is that malicious for no reason, I just assume that they must have some kind of mental illness and they're really not worth my time. So I didn't even respond to that guy. But I did see a couple posts from some of the girls saying that they're going to leave this group because of all the drama and all the negative vibes. And they're like, I'm happily pregnant, and I want to enjoy that instead of being around all this negativity. And I see what they mean. There is a lot of negativity, but there's also a lot of positivity, a lot of support. And I did meet a lot of women who are my age and pregnant, and some of them even have due dates that are close to me. So I personally don't plan on leaving the group, but I don't really blame people if that's what they decide to do. So honestly, like, now I can't wait to have the baby and join a group that's just for moms of babies or toddlers. And I don't really care how old they are, if you're 25 or 35. I just want to get past the miscarriage conversation. I just want that off the table, and we can just talk about what it's like to raise our kids. But if you do want to check out this group, you can search for it on Facebook. It's called Over 35 and Pregnant. And not everybody in there is quite 35. Some girls are just in their 30s, like maybe 32 or 33. And you might get some entertainment from some of the things that people post. But if you really don't like it and you decide to leave, I'll understand that too. So, are you a part of a mom group, either on Facebook or other social media or in real life? Do you have a group of mom friends? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to talking with you guys again soon. Bye!